Today I'm doing 2 color appointments. So if you saw my video with the 4 quadrants, I'm doing that on both that client and her mom. So what's up, y'all? It's your channel Irie, aka Findable Styles, and I'm back with another video. So we're giving very basic today because I'm trying to hurry up, get to the salon, and also be comfortable because this is going to be a long day. So y'all did see that I have my camera, but it doesn't have any battery power right now, so I got to use my phone. But I got a new phone, so hopefully the video is still clear. Today I'm doing 2 color appointments. So if you saw my video with the 4 quadrants, I'm doing that on both that client and her mom. So they're going to be twinning basically, except the mom's going to have blonde and purple and that client's still going to have blonde and pink. I'm just touching up the color. So let me hurry up and get to the salon and let's just get into the video. I wanted to show you all a little bit of my setup. So to prep, I'm actually pulling out all the foils that I think I'm going to need in order to lighten the mom's hair, just because it's been almost like a year since she's had her hair colored. It's been such a long time. So her hair is basically virgin, and I knew I was going to need my whole box of foils. And then I also had to get my scale, just remove my drink, you know, get the bowls, everything together. You want to be prepared when your clients come. So yeah. Oh, and I'm trying out this new lightener, the Blonde Silver Lightener by Joico. Yeah, it ended up being really good, so I highly recommend. So this is the last client that you all saw in my most recent color video after about like 2 months of growth. So the reason I'm shampooing her hair is because she had gotten braids done right after I colored it. That's actually why she wanted the color done. And they didn't actually keep the hair sections separated. So when they braided it with braiding product, the color had run / spread onto the blonde pieces from the pink pieces. So I'm just trying to shampoo it to get as much excess color out and also to remove any of that braiding product. I am blow drying her hair, but I'm gonna let her sit while I do her mom's hair so that her pores can close, because you don't want to apply lightener, aka bleach, near the scalp when the pores are open. It will burn. Now it's time for my second client, my first client's mom, aka my original client. And it's crazy because look at where her blonde are on her ends. So essentially the last time I colored her hair was April of 2023, and this video was filmed May of 2024. So it'd been over a year. Crazy, right? So basically her hair is virgin, which is the perfect base for this kind of creative color because there's no color correction involved in this. It's very easy to get to one tone. So honestly, the best base for creative colors is no color. As you can see, her hair is sectioned into 4 and I'm starting to apply the lightener. Now you might be wondering, Shanice, if her hair is mostly virgin, why use foils? Well, because we want 2 blonde sections and 2 purple sections, I need her hair to get as blonde as possible. And so to give the lightener the best chance to work, you want it to stay moist, which is by keeping it in the foil, and also to stay warm. As you can see, I'm applying mid-shaft and not touching the ends that are already blonde. This is the best way to prevent over processing her hair. This is her hair completely foiled, no weaving, just slicing for the sectioning within the foils. As you can kind of tell, there's some blonde peeking through. It took me about an hour to apply all these foils, and so I'm taking them out and going in and applying the lightener to her roots. This Joico lightener is amazing. So as I was applying, since I did take kind of thickish slices, I just went back and made sure that I applied not only to the roots, but to the parts of the slices that are blotchy or maybe missing a little bleach. You know, the lightener didn't really seep through properly. And then I'm applying it to the ends of her hair that are brown. Now that I've finished with mama, it's time for daughter, since her lightening process will be so much faster. So I'm just going in and straightening up those sections, and then I'm going to apply the lightener to her roots as well. I didn't get that lightener application, but here you can see we are rinsing out the lightener. I'm going in with my Olaplex purple shampoo to really pre-tone those blonde sections, and then I'm taking regular shampoo to clarify the pink sections. So once I finished shampooing daughter, I had to finish shampooing mom. And look how beautiful her blonde base is. I mean, this is with the ring light, so of course it kind of cools it. But without the ring light, she still has a really nice even tone, which I'm really happy about. And so now it's time to clear up and clean up these sections and get to the color application. Here I am mixing my client's toner. Now, I remembered to record this, but I forgot to show you guys the product, and I'm not gonna lie, this was a year ago. I can't believe it's been a year since I've been like actually doing clients because of school, but again, I'll update you guys on that later. Just keep watching, just keep watching. But yeah, so I'm mixing a few different Redken toners. Some of my favorite shades for when my client has such yellow hair is to use a natural color. So I used Mojave, I think that's 8V or 8VG, and then I like to go in with a little buttercream because something I learned from my salon days, my European salon, was that you always want a little warmth when you're trying to ash someone out so that it like reflects the light. Now, when it comes to the vibrant color, I tried using the professional brands and they just don't hold the same. So I used Kiss Vivid Violet, and then I also used a little bit of blue, Kiss Azure, and that was just to add a little something to counteract any potential orangish undertone. So yes, I am doing that for her purple, and it worked out really well actually. So this whole process, I will start off by saying, was trial and error. Well, first off, what I did was I started off by toning the blonde because the hair is porous and I did not want to risk any of the purple color getting on the blonde sections. I knew if the blonde became too ash that I can just do a quick bleach wash or even use my gold toning conditioner. And so now I went in with the purple color. The thing was, the Kiss brand wasn't as vibrant as I wanted. I didn't realize last time when I had bought the color that it was Adore and not Kiss. So I had to run to the store and get more color. Okay, this was her hair before I used the Adore. You see how this is already 10 times more vibrant? Man, so I had learned my lesson that day. Adore only, not Kiss. Kiss will not do the same thing, y'all. Adore. Just stick with Adore because it made a huge difference. We finished with mom, so her hair is going to process, and now it's time for daughter. So as you can see, her roots came out nice and blonde, and that's a good thing with creative color and color touch-ups, especially if you're blonding and you have thick natural hair. It helps to kind of keep up with your appointments, not wait too long, so that way you don't have to worry about the process taking as long. So again, I started with her blonde section to prevent any pink from getting on the blonde. And look at that vibrant color. That is truly that adore. And so with the pink, I touched up the roots and I pulled it through the shafts of her hair, just because of course these are demi-permanent and so they don't last as long. So it was time to wash and blow dry mom's hair, so that's what I did. I always like to use a round brush, especially to help stretch out the hair when I'm going to silk press and give a nice haircut. The smoother the blow dry, the better. So we washed out daughter's hair. As you can see, there's still some banding left in the blonde section, especially if you saw the first video when I did this initial color on her. We were color correcting a previous color that we did, which was purple and pink. So yeah, when you do color corrections, it's not always going to be 100%, and basically every appointment after, you are working to counteract those little bit of sections that you couldn't get without damaging the integrity of the hair. So I'm still happy with how it came out because she still had her curls intact, and as you can see, there was really not any breakage at all. So instead of the silk press, we wanted to try something different. So I'm gonna do her haircut on blow dried hair. This is her before, and then I'm just going in and trimming those ends, just trying to keep up with the health of her hair as much as possible. And then we're actually gonna do braids on her natural hair, no braiding hair, because you know, braiding hair can really dry out and break off your hair. So we were just gonna try something different this time around. For mom, I was silk pressing her hair because she wanted it straight. So, and also because she hadn't had a haircut in forever, because you know, you got to prioritize your children sometimes. So we were silk pressing her hair out, and as you can see, she needed a nice cut. Okay, look at them ends, but the color, bomb. So it was time to give her her haircut. All right, time to watch me do my thing on this cut. And just so you know, I am very thorough. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, check them out. I'm very big on being thorough on a haircut, okay? So watch me do my thing. So for daughter, we did the braids. My natural hair girls that have the thick hair, lots of strands of hair on their head, but the strands are fine, where y'all at? Because I know you gonna feel me on this one. The braids are cute, she's cute. She got the swag that you need to rock a color like this in a style like this. But you know, when you be expecting your hair to be super thick, but then it doesn't come out that thick, it's because your strands are fine. She's so used to having the braid extensions that like seeing her hair like this just felt so flat. And I understand completely because my hair is the same way, but it's still 8, okay? This is the final look with her natural braids, cute, cute, cute. And then this is mom. We did some light curls in there, and then they're the besties together. Love it. If you like this video, make sure to drop a comment, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.